Hey guys, welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Mindy. If you haven't been here before, welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome back. It is the day before Christmas Eve, and I thought I would make a yummy treat for us. We don't often do this because of Chris's diabetes, and this is definitely not going to be a healthy recipe, okay? There's sugar, there's butter, there's cream cheese, but it's Christmas, and we're going to allow ourselves to have a treat. That being said, talk about treats. I received a package and I have to share it with you. I got a Christmas card from Sherry and Wesley and Bailey over at Tiny Asian Pastry Girls channel. I am going to link her below. If you guys don't follow Sherry, I really hope you will pop over and watch her videos and give her a thumbs up and subscribe, because she is truly one of the sweetest people that I've met here. I mean, I think you're all sweet and wonderful. Sherry is just always so kind and encouraging, and she's just so sweet. So I got a Christmas card that is actually going to go right here on my refrigerator. And then she also sent treats. We kind of couldn't wait. She was so thoughtful. She remembered that Chris needed sugar-free candy, so she sent sugar-free. And he was so happy to see this that he immediately had to do his taste test, and he gave it 2 thumbs up for sure. And then, of course, I couldn't let him have a treat without having a treat, so I tried this one. And then she also sent this, macadamia nuts, chocolate-covered macadamia nuts, yum. And we got a Hawaiian calendar. Oh, I'm trying, my light is reflecting, but this is so awesome. It's got beautiful, gorgeous pictures. Look at this. This is what I need right now in my life, if you can see. We are in the middle of a blizzard. We have wind chills of minus 38 at the moment. We have had some snow, which the 30-mile-an-hour wind is just blowing everywhere. So seeing these pictures, oh my gosh, it just was awesome. And it really made us think maybe we should retire to a beach someday, because this just looks amazing. Thank you so much, Sherry. And I really, really hope you guys will pop over and say hello to Sherry. Tell her I said hi too. This weather is just really icky. My parents were supposed to come for Christmas, and because of the blizzard, they can't make it. And now on with our recipe. Several months ago, my mother got this book for me. It's from the American Test Kitchen. It's called Bread Illustrated. There are so many great recipes in here for bread rolls, sweetbreads. So today we are going to make ultimate cinnamon buns. There's a picture. Oh my gosh, that's one of our favorite things is homemade cinnamon rolls. And usually when I go see my mom, she'll say, "What would you like for me to make for you?" The first thing I say is, "Your homemade cinnamon rolls." So I figure since this was a gift from my mom, and she's not going to be here to make cinnamon rolls for me, I'm going to make the one out of the book she gave me. So I'm going to drop you guys down and show you the ingredients we're going to be using, and we're going to get started. Okay, these are the ingredients for the first step, which would be the dough for the cinnamon buns. I have 4.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of cornstarch, which surprised me, but we're going to follow this recipe. I have 1/2 cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of milk, 12 tablespoons of butter, which I will soften in the microwave, 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, and 3 eggs. The first thing we're going to do is combine all the dry ingredients, and then we're going to heat the milk. We have to heat the milk on the stove just until it starts to get a little steamy. We don't want to let it boil, and then we'll add the yeast to that. Okay, I am going to add the cornstarch and the sugar. I'm just going to give this a whisk and let it all combine. Okay, I have the milk heated. I don't know if you can see, it's a little bit steamy, but not much. You don't want to scald it like where it sticks to the pan or boils. And I'm going to add the yeast. I'm going to give that a stir. And I'm going to cover it and let it sit for about 5 minutes while we add the eggs and the butter to this. Next, we're going to add 3 eggs. Okay, I'm going to break apart the yolk, and I'm just going to slowly start working the flour and the eggs together. And next we're going to add 12 tablespoons of softened butter. That sounds like so much butter. Okay, and now I'm just going to try my best to work the butter into this flour mixture. Okay, it is time to add the milk and the yeast. I was kind of expecting it to get a little frothy. It did not. I'm hoping that doesn't mean this won't work. We're going to give it a try. And now I'm just going to stir this until it is all combined into a soft, pliable dough. Okay guys, I have the dough formed into a soft, pliable dough, as it says, and I've put it on a lightly floured surface, and now we have to knead it for 6 minutes. There you have it. There is my cinnamon roll dough. I have washed and lightly greased this pan. I'm going to cover it. I'm going to set it aside. It needs to rise for 2.5 hours, and then we will be back for step 2, which will be making the filling for it and rolling them up and getting them ready to bake. In the meantime, I will share a little bit of our winter wonderland with you. It is time to feed the birds and the squirrels and the rabbits. We are kind of having a winter storm. As you can see, my recycle bin blew over. Got lots and lots of snow, but the wind is supposed to pick up really soon. We're going to have like 45, 50 mile an hour wind. I have my food and my shovel. I shoveled a little path and I put little piles of food, and as soon as I go inside, they will show up to eat. Okay guys, it is time to make the filling for the cinnamon rolls. I have 1.5 cups of packed brown sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of cinnamon, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to mix this together, just like that. And here is our dough. The yeast did activate and rise. I was a little worried about that because it didn't get all foamy and frothy. We are going to just gently work the dough around a little bit, pull it away from the side. I'm going to lightly flour the surface. Okay, I'm just going to work the dough for just a minute. My table squeaks. I'm really sorry about that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to press it out into a rectangle. It says not to use a rolling pin, so I'm glad this dough stayed pliable. As you can see, it's really easy to shape. And you want it to be about 1/2 inch thick when you're done. Okay, next thing we're going to do is take 4 tablespoons of softened butter, and we're going to spread it all over this. Okay, our next step is to add the cinnamon and brown sugar. And I'm just going to sprinkle it all in the middle, along the edges. The recipe says to leave about 1 inch on each of the long sides, because when you roll it, it just helps it stay together. Okay guys, now we are to what I will consider the tricky part. I have to roll it. So I'm going to just start here. The dough is very soft at this point. It's all that butter that's in it. Okay, now I'm going to kind of just do this. Shape it into a cylinder. I have taken a 9x13 baking dish and I have lined it with foil, and I have sprayed it lightly with cooking spray. Okay, here we go. I'm supposed to cut them a little over 1 inch thick. Here's the first one. I'm going to place it in the baking dish. And here we have it. I got 14. These are the 2 end pieces. They're a little smaller. Now we have to cover them loosely with plastic wrap and let them raise for another hour. Okay guys, we are ready to put these in the oven. After letting them raise for another hour, they've pretty much doubled in size with the exception of this one. It did grow a little, but it's not like huge. Now I'm going to pop these in the oven for 30 to 45 minutes. Okay guys, we are ready to make the glaze for our cinnamon rolls. I have 4 ounces of softened cream cheese, 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, 1 tablespoon of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I'm just going to start by giving this a little stir. See, I got that really softened so that it'll mix well. Then we add the powdered sugar, and I'm going to give that a little bit of a stir. I'm going to add the milk and the vanilla. Just going to whisk this all together. This is super thick, so I'm going to add half a tablespoon of milk. And it's still super thick, but I think it's going to work. And here are our cinnamon rolls. They've been out of the oven about 3 minutes. As you can see, they got really, really big. These baked 30 minutes, and I had to pull them out because they were already getting browned. And I did check, they are done the whole way through. So if you do try this recipe, 30 minutes in my oven and they were ready. I'm going to take some of this and just drizzle across the top because we're going to ice these twice. As they're cooling, you do just a slight drizzle, and then we will actually frost them after they have cooled. I'm going to let these cool for 10 minutes like this in the pan, and then I will pull them out and put them on a rack, and then we will use the rest of our frosting. Okay guys, here is my cinnamon roll. It looks very flaky, but soft at the same time. It looks really good to me, but we have to see what our taste tester thinks.
Hello, at your service again. And it looks absolutely delicious.
Good.
This looks fantastic. It smells it smells like a Cinnabon in here. Let's see what we got going. Kind of tastes like a cinnamon.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. Very fluffy, kind of a buttery flavor. Pretty sugary, pretty sweet on the sweet side.
Of course.
But it's a pretty good balance of all of it, I think. Maybe a little sweet. But I think it's overall delicious.
Yay!
Well, you got my thumbs up.
That's awesome. And now somebody else has a taste test, and she has Christmas cookies just for her.
So we'll start with the tree and see what she thinks.
Oh, it's going to eat the Christmas tree. I am going to give this a try and chat with him and give her some Christmas cookies. Hey, Sadie.
Have another one.
And then I will be back very soon with my 2 cents. Okay, guys, it's time for my 2 cents. Okay, those were good, but they were really, really sweet, which they're supposed to be sweet. I get that. It's a cinnamon roll. But they were just like really a lot. I have to say this, my mom's cinnamon rolls are way better. Hers are just perfect. They have the perfect sweetness, the perfect frosting. So Mom, if you're watching, and I know you are because she watches, you have the best cinnamon rolls. And Chris agreed, yours are way better. So yeah, I would not recommend making them though because it was over a 4-hour process from start to finish. And yeah, I don't think I would make them again, but they were good. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you will like this video. I hope you will subscribe if you haven't already and leave me some comments. I always love hearing from you guys. And I hope all of you have a very safe and a very Merry Christmas. And I will see you next time. Bye.
Hi guys, it's me Sadie again, and I just wanted to say those cinnamon rolls smell so good, but my mama wouldn't let me have any. But I did get to have my Christmas cookies, and those were tasty. I hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas, and don't forget, like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.